Okay, this might be more than what you were asking about, but I'm just gonna show you like the general idea and what we do to teach this, because I don't know if you've been taught this way, but I'm gonna start out with a point here, and we'll just call this point, let's just say that's at 2 right there, right? And we'll say it's 2, 2, 3. All right, so there's your point, 2, 3. Right? And then way over here is another point. Okay? And that point is way over here at 6. And up here at 6. So that point is, 6, 6. Right? And you want to know how far it is from here to here. From 2, 3 to 6, 6. Right? Okay. So let's say we're not using a distance formula. Let's just say we want to use Pythagorean theorem. That's a way we do things, right? We do Pythagorean theorem. Y'all did that. And I make this triangle right here. Okay? So think about it. How far is it from 3 to 6? That's 3, right? How far is it on here from 2 to 6? So how far is it from right here to over here? Well, from 2 to 6, like you can just count that, right? It's 4. So now I got my two sides, and I think like when you're in middle school, they teach you Pythagorean theorem, right? Where this is A, this is B, and this is C. And they tell you A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Hopefully you remember that. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And I'm trying to find C. I'm trying to find the distance from here to here. So what I do is I take the square root of this and the square root of this. Square root of something squared is just, it goes away. And then you have equals the square root of A squared plus B squared. Right? And we have our numbers here. You have A is 3, so you get 3 squared, and 4 squared, right? 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, and 9 plus 16 is 25, and then the square root of 25 is 5. So all of that to say C equals 5, right? The distance from here to here is 5, right? But somebody figured out that you could do this for all the points. How did I figure out how far it was from here to here? Well, I just counted, right, from 3 to 6. But another way to figure this out would be take this one and subtract this one. 6 minus 3 equals the 3. Same thing up here. How did I figure out how to go from here to here? Right, from this 2 all the way up to 6. Well, if I just do 6 minus 2, that equals my 4. So that's all the distance formula is it says subtract the x's, subtract the y's, square it, and then take the square root of the whole answer, and you just use Pythagorean theorem to find the distance. Right? That's the main idea. That's where it comes from. The one thing I noticed with you is when I looked at your problem, you didn't label your stuff correctly, and then your subtractions were kind of backwards. I think you just put the numbers where you wanted them. When I label them, this is always x first, y second, right? And over here is x first, y second, right? But since I have two different points, the little 1s and 2s on bottom, and that's what I noticed you had a mistake there. The 1 just means this is x for the first point, this is y for the first point. Then the 2 is, this is x for the second point. This is y for the second point. Right? So then when I go down here and I go to my distance formula, which is the square root x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. They always say do the second one minus the first, second one minus the first. So when I write it out, my second x was 6. My first x was 2. My second y was 6. I wish I wouldn't have used the same number, but it doesn't matter. And my first y was 3. Right? So now my distance equals square root 6 minus 2, 4 squared, plus 6 minus 3 is 3 squared. So then it's 16 plus 9. And then it's square root of 25. And then it's 5. Right? Was the same whole thing that we did with Pythagorean theorem because it creates a triangle. So that's what you're using this distance formula for.